Hello children. Children, yesterday we started with the chapter the Union Parliament. Uh, in yesterday's class, children, I have explained you the federal and unitary feature of the Indian Parliament, and I also started with the Lok Sabha. Now today, children, I will tell you the qualification of the member of the Lok Sabha. Now these people, children, the person who wants to qualify for as a member of Lok Sabha should have the following qualification. Now he or she should be an Indian citizen. He should be at least of 25 years of age. He should have his name in the electoral roll in some part of the country, any part from where that person is belong. He should not be a bankrupt. He should not be a proclaimed criminal, and he should not be of unsound mind, or that means he should be mentally fit. Now children, along with the qualification there are some disqualification also. Now he should not be of unsound mind and stand so declared by a court, and if he is in undischarged insolvent, not that means bankrupt, and if he is not a citizen of India, means if a person is not a citizen of India, he should not be elected as a member of parliament or Lok Sabha. He cannot fight any election. He should be Indian citizen. Now if he is so disqualified by or under any law made by the parliament. Now these are the condition which is needed to fight an election for the Lok Sabha. Now vacation of seats. Now seat can be vacated on some grounds, that is, if a member resign his seat by writing to speaker or to the chairman, as the case may be. If a person want to resign from his or her post, they can write a letter resignation to speaker or the chairman. If a member is without the permission of the house absent for all the meetings for a period of 60 days, within 60 days many meetings are held, and if he or she, that member, is absent for all the meetings, then his seat will be considered as vacant. Then if a member becomes subject to any of the disqualification laid down in the constitution or an act of parliament. If a person is already a member of the state legislature, means if the member is already a member of state legislature and is elected to the parliament, then he has to vacate his seat in the state legislature. So these are the conditions under which the seat may fall vacant in Lok Sabha. Now what are the procedure of the parliament? Some formations which the legislator have to observe in the parliament as well as in the state legislature are called parliamentary procedure, according to which the proceedings of the parliament take place. Children, now in parliament president summons each house of the parliament. Now that president is the head who calls for the meeting of the house. Each house shall meet at least twice a year, and the interval between the sessions shall be less than 6 months. That means within 6 months again the meeting should be called. Normally there are 3 sessions in a year. The budget session. Now every time in news you hear that the session is going on. So what are the 3 sessions? First one is budget session in the February to May, the monsoon from July to August, and the winter session from November and December. These are the 3 sessions per year it takes place. Now the word quorum is very important in the procedure of parliament. The quorum means the minimum number of members required to be present in order to enable the house to transmit their business, means to have the meeting, to start with the proceeding of working of the parliament. Minimum number that are required is known as quorum. The quorum of a Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha is 1/10 of the total member of each house. That means, children, the number of the member of the Lok Sabha, 1/10 of the members should be present in the during the meeting of the Lok Sabha. So that means in Lok Sabha 530 members are there. So 1/10 of these numbers should be present for the meeting to take place. Then before when the meeting start, that first hour is considered as question hour. The first hour of every working day of the Lok Sabha is reserved for question unless otherwise decided by the speaker. If the speaker decided something else, then they do that. Otherwise, the first hour of every meeting is considered as question hour. The hour, which usually starts at 11 a.m., is known as the question hour. A member of a house may ask for the government on matter of public interest. The right of the member ask question for the government is known as interpellation. Now, children, a member has to give 10 days notice for the question. The member, so these people are all the members, they are representative from different areas or different state. So they have questions from the people, and that question they have to ask in the parliament. But before 10 days they have to send a notice regarding that question. Now the start question are those on which member writes to have a oral answer on the floor of house. If they need a oral answer in the house, such questions are indicated by a asterisk mark. The supplementary question may be asked after replies of such question. Means when first question is asked and answer is given, then you have to that the member can ask another substitute question on the basis of his first question. Then come unstirred question or question to which answer are given in the written form. No supplementary question can be asked on this. In first one, supplementary question can be asked, but in second type of question, supplementary question cannot be asked. Now short questions are also there, children, which are asked from in the parliament. The member can ask. Now 0 hour is the another thing, children. 0 hour refers to the period which begins at 12 o'clock. That means 11 o'clock question hour starts and 1 hour it goes. Then at 12 o'clock 0 hour starts. Soon after the question hour and continue till lunch break, which begin at 1 o'clock. During the 0 hour, members raise all type of question without any permission or prior notice. That means suddenly at the spot any question that comes in the mind of the minister, member can ask in 0 hour. That they don't have to send any notice. Now motions has to be passed in the this type in this session. The motion is a formal proposal made by a member stating that the house should take up some particular matter which is of public importance. Some important matter which is based on public interest can be asked at this time. That motion during this type of motion. So this is based on the public interest. Question is asked. Then an adjourning meeting or motion may be proposal to lay aside all the business and take up the definite matter of urgent importance. In adjournment motion, whatever the important question is, that is taken, children, and other matter is kept aside. The important one is taken in a preference. So children, here we have done this kind. In next class we will start with the speaker of the Lok Sabha. Till that, children, you read the lesson, and if there is any problem you keep writing in the copy. But children, you try to read and understand the chapter. I have tried my best to explain you the Union Legislature Lok Sabha. Last Sabha is left, that we will take in the next class. By then, have a good day, children. Take care of yourself.